Hey there folks, I'm Eric Osberg and this is The Outdoor Report. Thanks for tuning in. Today's episode is called Passing It On, and we don't necessarily mean to our own kids. We're gonna start by taking you to a very special youth hunt that is giving youngsters an introduction to the world of hunting. Then we'll join three ladies as they team up to try to get a gal her first turkey ever. And we'll take you to a high school sport that is growing by leaps and bounds. All that plus a Savory Goodness segment coming right up here on The Outdoor Report.
The Outdoor Report is brought to you by Firebrand Fish Houses, the hottest brand on the ice. Northview Bank, you find it, we'll finance it. Little Falls Tourism, where the Mississippi pauses, discovery begins. Smoothie's Sunflower Oil and Chef Robert's Gourmet Breading Mix. Brainerd International Raceway. Lakes Jam. Power Lodge Ranger Boats and Evinrude. TriCityLiving.org. Yamaha Generators revs your heart. Weiss Realty. Catch Cover. Huntonics and JT Custom Rods.
Taking part in a tradition is one thing, but starting a new one is something special. For the past 5 years, a group of avid hunters has made time to take kids hunting who otherwise might have never gotten the chance.
We can go out hunting every day. We have a place to go. A lot of these kids don't have a place to go or the people to take them out hunting. So I feel it's important to show them that.
I myself didn't grow up hunting. Only got into it later on and thought how cool would it be if I had someone that would have, given me that opportunity earlier in life.
One thing that we saw with some of the youth hunts was that some of the kids had opportunities to get out and go out hunting because their dad or family or they were in the hunting community. They're going to eventually one day go out hunting. So me and Nick wanted to do something to get kids out who normally wouldn't have that opportunity.
Nick and Wes contacted Tom Wicks of the Boys and Girls Club of Central Minnesota and asked if they could take some kids turkey hunting. Tom was receptive to the idea, so they found a group of hunters that shared their vision and began sharing their passion for the outdoors.
And it was the full experience. It wasn't just about we want to get kids out to, harvest a bird. It was about the full experience of the outdoors and some of the life skills that Wes and Nick, they wanted to pass on to the kids and things you can learn in the outdoors.
It's just a world that they don't even understand. Last year the kid that I was hunting with, he was amazed that we had stars out here, and he's just from St. Cloud. He's like, we don't have stars where we're from, and I was like, I've never seen stars before, and just to have the opportunity to be able to share what we do with people is just kind of, it's fun.
Not everyone gets this chance to be outdoors and to know what that's like, to want that break from the hustle, bustle of life, and the busyness, and to get out there and just wind down and like my boy today, he said he's never been out there like that and never seen the birds flying like that or the outdoors waking up, and the sunrise and you can see that from other places, but it's not like being out in the woods.
We can talk all about this, but until one actually comes in and maybe you're lucky enough to get one, and what's that like, and you don't know till you experience it. So new experiences always help everybody.
The team takes a safety-first approach. Each group of youngsters must learn the proper way to handle a firearm before they venture into the woods. And although this is all new to the kids, they have the right attitude.
The kids do have to earn it by their behavior at the club, that they've proven that they can be focused on something and that they can really listen to direction by others, because it's important out here for the safety element as well as the learning part of it, that they are able to focus and listen to the people that they're just meeting for the first time, the guides and the cameramen, and that adds up to their success if they can follow direction. And
Jeremy Kern is one of the mentors. He was joined by young Elijah.
It's just a passion developed from when I was Elijah's age, where you're just going all the time with your dad or with an uncle or something, or cousins, and hey, the more you do it, the more you enjoy it, and just, you know, like the sounds this morning from the loons to the turkeys, you know, to the wood ducks landing in the pond right here behind us. It's just fun to hear all that, and just the nature aspect of things is just really cool to me.
This hunt is extra special for Elijah. He had participated 2 years ago.
We kind of have a set of unwritten rules that, well, if you don't get one, you're more than welcome to keep coming back to get one, and then once you get one, you're done.
However, once you turn 12 years old, the Minnesota DNR requires a firearm safety certificate. Well, Elijah enjoyed the hunt so much, he took it upon himself to get certified so he could come back.
You know, it's just neat to see how he's grown in the last 2 years and matured, and ultimately is back hunting because he enjoyed it the first time, and that's kind of what our mission is to, you know, get them excited about it and have them be out here, you know, so it's fun to see.
Coming up after the break, we'll see if Elijah's efforts are rewarded, so stay tuned.
The Outdoor Report is brought to you by Firebrand Fish Houses and Northview Bank. Fish houses aren't just for ice fishing anymore. There's a reason to own one year-round. Firebrand features a durable, lightweight aluminum frame and all the comforts of home. Whether you're camping, hunting, or ice fishing, Firebrand has a model to fit the entire family. Firebrand, the hottest brand on the ice.
Thanks for bringing us to your cabin. It's so beautiful, and what a cute dog.
Yeah, I love this place. We better get out of here.
Hey, what are you doing on my property? What's with the neighbor's dog?
Need your own vacation property? You find it, we'll finance it. Northview Bank, northviewbank.com.
In the heart of Minnesota exists a place overflowing with discovery. Whether you're biking the trails, wetting a line, or just soaking it all in, Little Falls is the perfect getaway. Tradition abounds in historic downtown and at the Minnesota Fishing Museum. Little Falls, where the Mississippi pauses, discovery begins.
But it can buy me a boat.
The Outdoor Report is brought to you by Little Falls Tourism, Lakes Jam, and Brainerd International Raceway.
We're in a turkey blind in central Minnesota with Jeremy Kern and Elijah, an aspiring hunter. Elijah has worked very hard to be in this position. His exemplary behavior at the Boys and Girls Club of central Minnesota earned him a mentored hunting trip a couple years ago. He didn't get a bird that year, but he liked it so much, he went out and got his firearm safety certificate so he could come back, and now he has a chance to see if all that hard work will pay off.
Good job, buddy.
Yeah.
Is that intense or what?
Yeah.
You were breathing awfully hard.
My muscles were twitching and stuff also.
Oh.
I was nervous I wasn't gonna get that.
This hunt is possible because of a partnership between a group of hunters and the Boys and Girls Club of Central Minnesota.
Elijah's the classic example of why we put this program together. We wanted to give some the opportunity, and if they liked it, great, and if they don't like it, that's fine. I can't put into words what that means to see that happen. That was our goal from the get-go.
If the youth are able to focus on something that's not the same old, they kind of change. You know, we were kind of teasing the boys. It looks like you're taller now. You grew up.
And in Elijah's case, it also gave him a newfound appreciation for hunting, birds or no birds.
Well, it was just like really fun just going out in the woods, just to go out there. Even if you didn't get a bird, it was still fun to go out there and at least try and just walk around and see like stuff you haven't really seen. Because I live in the city, so I'm usually in the city every day. So it's fun just to come out here and just walk around.
This trip's success was no accident. Elijah's mentor had a game plan and executed it to perfection.
Well, you know, we had 6 or 7 birds gobbling at us kind of along the ridge behind us. And I just wanted to make it sound like a hen flew down. You know, used a wing and kind of hit it against my arm. And then when it hit the ground, I did a yelp. And then I just kind of started scratching the leaves. As you can see around here, you can see all kinds of turkey scratch. What they do is they scratch the leaves up and they look for insects underneath the leaves. So I just wanted to make it sound like there was a hen feeding up here on this hill and to try and lure them into us. So.
Elijah and the other young hunters also learned that good behavior can have its rewards. The kids who participate are handpicked by the Boys and Girls Club.
He only picked the people that he thought that would be able to handle going out in the woods and staying overnight. And he just picked the most responsible people that he knew.
I've done a lot of hunting, a lot of different opportunities, and I don't think the boys understand what they really have going here as far as this property that they're on and the level of expertise of the cameramen and the guides. It's just, this is world class. And they just think they're going on a little hunting trip. But
you know, it's for like Wes and I, for example, and all the guys, we've harvested our birds over the years and or whatever animal we're pursuing, but it's just fun being out there for us, you know. So the harvest part of it, it's nice to have them, you know, when it's their first bird and exciting, you know, that's something you never forget, and so it's a thrill to see them do it, and you know, sometimes they miss, and we've all been there before, so that happens too, but they won't forget that, you know, and it's good stuff.
If you'd like to create some good stuff for your own, Wes has this advice.
For someone to have the curiosity to try it is rare, but if you do have the curiosity to try it, biggest piece of advice that I can give is just go outside.
Just spending time outdoors and spending time with people. It doesn't have to be a kid, it could be anybody. You know, just the experience of getting people outdoors. It's funny how you just get somebody that hasn't experienced this out one time and they're hooked. And it's something that is, I think, good for people. It's you know, just kind of a soothing thing to do, you know, just a place to relax and to get outdoors. I just think is a big deal in this time frame of where things are.
Still to come, we'll join 3 ladies on their quest to pass it on.
The Outdoor Report is brought to you by Northview Bank and JT Custom Rods.
This land is beautiful. I'm sure it's great for hunting.
Yep, there's a few really nice bucks around here.
This would be a nice place to build a house.
Oh, I just come out here to hunt and get away from it all.
Hey, you're on my property. Can't you see the sign?
Run!
What? I thought this was your land.
Need your own land? You find it, we'll finance it. Northview Bank. northviewbank.com.
Are you looking to up your game? Then get your hands on the new JTX Mag from JT Custom Rods. A cutting-edge carbon fiber blank and nickel titanium alloy guides give you the edge. It's the most sensitive and responsive rod money can buy. Go to jtodp.com, enter the Outdoor Report promo code, and get 5% off your entire order. JT Custom Rods, redefining fishing.
The future of boating is here. Now, get all the thrilling performance of an Evinrude E-Tech G2 in the new 150, 175, and 200 horsepower.
Bass fishing's fun, but half of these tournaments is like a boat race, trying to beat everybody down the lake. And with that Evinrude E-Tech G2, it's like driving a Corvette. That thing is passing everybody.
All the best-in-class torque of the Evinrude E-Tech G2 is now available from 150 to 300 horsepower.
The G2 is awesome.
I've heard a lot of guys tell me stories about missed opportunities. Give them confidence to know exactly where public and private property boundaries are and know exactly where they're allowed to hunt. I don't think it's worth going without a map like this. If you miss an opportunity like that, it could be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Hunt smarter with the new era of GPS.
Weiss Realty will find the perfect property for you. The entire Weiss team of agents brings expert knowledge from every aspect of the outdoors and specializes in hunting land in rural properties. Whether it's hunting, fishing, farming, logging, or construction, we have the answers to your questions. Buying or selling, hunting or farmland. Contact a land specialist from the Weiss team today. Weiss Realty. We cover a lot of ground.
The Outdoor Report is brought to you by Power Lodge, Ranger Boats, and Evinrude.
Samantha Hunter and Sarah Grell are experienced hunters, and they enjoy getting other women into the sport they love.
Any opportunity I have to take somebody that is not real familiar with it and share that experience and get them excited about it it does more for me than the actual hunt itself.
I do some teaching of certain firearms classes and stuff, and I've run across a lot of actual females really that have never touched a gun, don't want to touch a gun, but are there because their dad made them or their husband made them or whatever. And to get them involved in that, it's just about making them feel confident that they can do that and making them feel like they can handle those types of situations and making them feel comfortable.
Today's mission, get Nikki Brewer her first turkey. Nikki is relatively new to hunting, and it was her husband Matt who introduced her to the pastime.
I started getting interested in hunting myself, so I actually just took gun safety a couple years ago. First bird I shot was a woodcock, and then got a grouse, and then I started deer hunting, not this last fall, but the previous fall. So I've shot a deer the last 2 years now, and I was interested in turkeys, so he set me up with Sam, and here we are today.
While harvesting an animal is the main goal, Nikki says there's more to it than that.
Being out in the woods is, I love it. Last fall I'd take our dog and just trounce around in the woods with the gun.
Sam had Nikki in the right place at the right time, and Nikki came through with flying colors.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
You guys, I'm still in awe right now.
This was a powerful moment for Nikki, and it was hard to put into words just how well things had come together.
I can't even describe it. It was phenomenal. I couldn't have asked for a better experience and a better person to do it with.
If you're interested in getting into the sport of hunting and you haven't found the right mentor, Nikki recommends you try asking a lady.
It's easier to learn and get taught from a female, I think.
It's time now for some savory goodness. Brought to you by Smoothie's Oil and Chef Robert's Breading.
Since today's episode features some turkey hunting, in today's Savory Goodness segment, we're going to talk turkey. In some circles, wild turkey has a poor reputation when it comes to flavor. So here's a simple recipe we like to call nummy turkey nuggets. All you need to do is cube a turkey breast, then put the nuggets in a plastic bag and add buttermilk. Refrigerate that for 24 hours and the buttermilk will draw out some of the gaminess of the meat. Then you grab another plastic bag and put in your breading. Now we're gonna use Chef Robert's gourmet breading mix, and we're gonna use the Cajun recipe for a little extra kick. Now if you've been following along, you know you don't need milk or eggs with Chef Robert's, but we're using the buttermilk as a flavor enhancer. Next, you get your nutty, buttery, and healthy smoothie sunflower oil up to 350 degrees, drop in the nuggets, and a few minutes later, you've got some savory goodness.
The Outdoor Report is brought to you by Yamaha Generators and Otter Lakes Country.
Want outdoor power that's super lightweight and ultra quiet with world-class dependability and quality? Then you should check out the new Yamaha EF2000 ISV2. The I stands for inverter, which means it puts out the cleanest power you can get to safely operate today's sensitive electronics. The V2 means it's a whole new generation.
Hey everyone, it's me, the Inner Otter. Everybody knows Ottertail County, Minnesota is a great place to stay, play, and dine. But did you know there are a lot of great opportunities to live and work here too? Here's an Otter one just for you.
Live in the heart of Ottertail County, Minnesota. The cities of Battle Lake, Ottertail, and Henning offer you quality of life, affordable housing, and jobs. For more information or to find your inner otter, visit OttertailLakesCountry.com.
Millions of men and women have served in the Army, Marine Corps, Navy, Air Force, and the Coast Guard. Many were wounded in battle. Many died to make us free. The least we can do is to remember them. Please go to bethart.org today and donate any amount to help finish this unique art monument. It's located in the committal hall at Minnesota's First State Veterans Cemetery. Thank you.
The Outdoor Report is brought to you by Weiss Realty and Huntonics.
In 2001, a youth trap shooting program started at the Plymouth Gun Club. There were 3 teams and 30 student athletes.
This last school year, we had 10,361 kids. And we also are in 12 states right now.
The Minnesota State High School Clay Target League has grown beyond its founders' wildest dreams.
Yeah, no, I never thought it'd get anywhere near this big.
This year's trap shooting championship in Alexandria was dubbed the world's largest shooting sports event.
We knew there were a lot of kids that weren't cut out to be football players. The kids are letting all of their friends and relatives know what they've got. Fortunately, they're having fun doing it, and that's why they're spreading the word.
Brady Adams is a member of the Wadena Deer Creek team.
Well, I just enjoy the outdoors and enjoy shooting shotgun and rifle and archery. So I just thought, it'd be a good time to get out with friends and just shoot trap.
I am so excited to see this happen. When we first started in Wadena, we thought we would start with a handful of kids, and it has absolutely exploded. We have 58 kids on the team. The first year we started, we had 18 kids, and this is our 4th year shooting, so it hasn't taken very long to grow.
Because of their high participation rate, the Wolverines, which come from a school with an enrollment of roughly 1,000 students, compete against much larger schools.
But you know what, we're from northern Minnesota, and we have a great group of kids. A lot of these kids have grown up hunting and shooting from the time they were little. And you know what, something that we're pretty natural at, something we're pretty good at up here, so I'm pretty excited that we're doing this.
My favorite thing, I think, is that we have sixth graders competing with seniors and girls and guys, and it's interesting for me to see who kind of comes together in groups and who likes to shoot together. And the other cool thing is all of the sibling pairs that we've had, which is just crazy. I mean, there's like 6 different pairs this year that are brothers and sisters or cousins and those types of things. And so I think that's really cool that it gives almost families a chance to play a sport together.
Cynics may worry about the combination of kids and guns. However, in the entire history of the league, there hasn't been one single injury.
Well, we're just really hard on them right away. And I mean, we don't allow any messing around, and our same range rules apply. They're not touching the gun unless they're up there, and we're just not afraid to say something or remind them. And then we have people around too. I mean, there's always, Mike and I are there every day, and then we always have someone just watching the kids up there. But you know what? They don't even need to be told anymore. They are so naturally conscious of how to operate and act, and they really are probably the most respected group of kids that you could have. You put a gun in their hand, and I have them in my classroom. You put a gun in their hand and he's a total different kid, and you're just like, wow, that's awesome. You know how you maybe had your worries, and then it's amazing how that they just know that there's a time and the place, and this is not the place to goof around or to be you know, disrespectful or silly or anything like that.
So what did we learn? What's the moral of the story? Well, if you've been paying attention, we've spent a lot of time in this TV series trying to encourage folks to get their kids out into the outdoors. But this episode touched something special. It doesn't necessarily have to be your kid. It doesn't even have to be a kid. If you can take one person from your neighborhood, from your workplace, from anywhere, and get them a positive experience in the outdoors, you might just change the industry forever. And when it comes to finding that person or going on that adventure, remember, it's not about having time, it's about making time. I'm Eric Osberg with your Outdoor Report.